From the clothes you wear, to the tech you pack, to even the decorations on your cabin door, what seems totally harmless could now get you flagged, fined, or even denied boarding. So let's count down the 12 new things you absolutely cannot bring on a cruise ship in 2026. Starting with a clothing choice that could actually get you detained at the port. Number 12. Camouflage clothing. Here's a critical 2026 rule that isn't about ship safety, but local law. Don't pack camouflage clothing, especially for Caribbean cruises. In many ports like Barbados and Jamaica, wearing any camo pattern is illegal for civilians and reserved only for their military. To prevent guests from being fined or even detained ashore, cruise lines now strictly advise against packing it. Whether it's a shirt, shorts, or a bag, your safest bet is to leave any and all camouflage gear behind. Number 11. Bluetooth speakers and white noise machines. You would think something as harmless as a Bluetooth speaker would be totally fine on a cruise, right? Well, not so much anymore. Carnival has now completely banned them, even if you only plan to use it quietly inside your own cabin. This ban also covers Bluetooth white noise machines, which is a big problem for a lot of cruisers who need them for a good night's sleep. The official reason from Carnival is to make sure you can hear any emergency announcements. But let's be real, it's also to put a stop to the unofficial poolside DJs who blast their music like the Lido Deck is a music festival. So yes, if you were planning to unwind with your favorite playlist, you'll probably want to pack some earbuds instead. Number 10. Multi-plug outlets with regular sockets. This one is a little confusing, and that's exactly why it's tripping people up. Royal Caribbean recently updated its prohibited items list and quietly added multi-plug outlets. The issue is, they didn't just ban surge protectors. They banned almost anything that adds an extra plug. Even those useful little outlet extenders that were once a top cruise hack are now forbidden if they have regular sockets. For now, USB-only hubs are still okay. But if your charger has both USB ports and standard outlets on the same device, it will be confiscated. And this is where it gets tough. Some ships built before 2010 still have only 2 outlets in the entire room. So, if you don't bring the right kind of charging hub, somebody's phone is going to be at 3% by bedtime. Number 9. Walkie-talkies and baby monitors. Once a go-to item for families and groups on a cruise, walkie-talkies and wireless baby monitors are now a major no on many ships. They might seem innocent enough, but cruise lines like Royal Caribbean and Norwegian are banning them because they can interfere with the ship's own communication systems. And that is a huge deal. We're talking about potential interference with critical emergency radio frequencies. Even if your walkie-talkies are labeled as low-power or cruise-friendly, don't expect to get them past the security check. Some lines have stopped trying to figure it out and are just banning them all. As for baby monitors, it's the exact same problem. Their wireless signal can mess with the ship's radios. So, if you're cruising with young children, you'll need to figure out other ways to check in, like using the cruise line's app, or just good old-fashioned knocking. Number 8. Personal Starlink and Wi-Fi sharing devices. This next one is for all the tech-savvy cruisers. Bringing your own personal Starlink dish or a private hotspot is now officially not allowed. That's right, some passengers were actually setting up their own satellite internet to get around those expensive onboard Wi-Fi packages. The cruise lines caught on very quickly. Now, any device like a portable Starlink or anything that can share one paid connection with multiple people is forbidden. Security is even scanning for these rogue networks. If you get caught, they will take away your equipment and you'll be right back to the slow buffering Wi-Fi with everyone else. Number 7. Drones. You might think the only things flying around a cruise ship are the seagulls, but nope. Drones became so popular that the cruise lines had to intervene. Most lines have a complete ban on using drones while on board, and some, like Norwegian and Carnival, won't even let you bring one with you at all. Others might permit it, but only if you check it in with the ship's security and agree to only fly it in port. And only if that specific port allows it, which creates another layer of risk. One person who launched their drone in the wrong country was actually arrested. So yes, if you're dreaming of that amazing sail-away drone footage, you're better off just filming with your phone. It comes with a much lower chance of getting into legal trouble. Number 6. Boxed wine and bulk alcohol. Here is a ban that feels a bit personal to many wine enthusiasts. While most cruise lines will still allow you to bring one standard-sized bottle of wine per adult, boxed wine is completely forbidden. Why the hate for the box? Because they are much harder to inspect, easier to hide things in, and honestly, not as simple to control once they are opened. It's the same logic for why they don't let you bring on your own liquor or beer. Even hard seltzers are not allowed. If you arrive at check-in with boxed wine, it will either be taken from you or held for you to collect at the end of the cruise, if you're lucky. So, if you want to bring a little something to enjoy on your balcony, make sure it's a standard, sealed bottle. Number 5. Pool noodles and floaties. If you're dreaming of lounging in the pool on your favorite flamingo floaty or with a pool noodle, you can forget about it. Cruise ship pools are strictly no-float zones, and that includes for kids. This is purely a safety rule, and the ship's staff are very quick to enforce it when they see them. So, what is allowed? Life vests, which are usually provided for free right on the ship. But those pool noodles you stuffed into your luggage? They will either never see the light of day, or they'll end up being left behind. Number 4. Playing poker for cash in public areas. Having a friendly game of poker with your friends on the cruise is perfectly fine. But the moment you put real money on the table outside of the casino, it becomes a problem. Cruise lines have very strict policies against any gambling for cash in public spaces, and that includes your favorite card games. This isn't just about keeping things fair, it's about following international gambling laws and preventing any kind of drama out on the deck. So, whether you're in the buffet, a lounge, or by the pool, if cash is involved in your game, the staff will shut it down quickly. If you want to play for money, stick to the ship's casino, where everything is supervised, regulated, and, frankly, the chairs are much more comfortable. Number 3. Upside-down pineapple decorations. Yup, this one actually made it onto the banned list. For those who don't know, an upside-down pineapple isn't just a fun, quirky door decoration. It has become a widely known cruise code for people looking to, let's say, swing into some new social groups. Carnival decided to crack down on this trend after it led to too many awkward encounters. They have now banned these pineapple symbols from stateroom doors, balconies, and any other public areas. So, even if you just like the tropical aesthetic, it's best to leave the upside-down fruit at home unless you're ready to explain a whole lot more than your cabin number. And don't worry, there are entire themed cruises where that pineapple is more than welcome, but on your average sailing, not so much. Number 2. Certain sunscreens. This ban isn't enforced by the ship itself, but it can definitely get you into trouble once you step ashore. A growing number of popular cruise destinations, including Hawaii, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and parts of Mexico, are now banning sunscreens that are not reef-safe. Why? Because several common chemical ingredients in regular sunscreen can cause serious damage to coral reefs and other marine life. So, while the cruise line won't take it from you, local authorities at the port could issue a fine or prevent you from joining certain beach excursions. You can avoid all that stress by simply packing a reef-safe sunscreen before you leave home. It protects both your skin and the ocean. Number 1. Wheelchairs without accessible cabin bookings. This is not a rumor, it's already a reality. Some UK-based cruise lines like P&O and Fred Olsen are now forbidding passengers from bringing a wheelchair on the ship unless they have specifically booked an accessible cabin. What's the reason? They claim it's about safety rules and ensuring there's enough crew available to assist during an emergency. But for travelers who used to just book a standard cabin with their own foldable chair, this has made cruising a very expensive gamble. If you arrive with a wheelchair that you didn't declare or you booked the wrong type of room, you can actually be denied boarding. And yes, that will be at your own expense. So there you have it. Cruise line rules are always changing, and what was perfectly fine on your last cruise might get you a call from security on your next one. The best way to avoid the naughty room is to always check the most current banned items list directly on your cruise line's website before you start packing. What's the craziest thing you've ever seen confiscated on a cruise? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to stay ahead of all the latest travel rules and cruise news, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, safe travels.